story of the Yevtik family and the role that an exceptionality has within the family unit. They are from Delta, Ohio, a small, close-knit community where they have spent all of their lives. This is Jarrett, and his exceptionality has impacted him and his family for better or worse. One cannot be who they are today without experiencing the difficulties of the past, and Jarrett has faced numerous uphill battles. Let's take a closer look at one battle in particular. This is the school Jarrett should be going to, Pike Delta York. It is close to his house, and he could, in theory, walk to it. This is the school that Jarrett does go to, the Independence Education Center. He loves it, but doesn't like the hour-and-a-half bus ride it takes to get there, one way. This is one of the many ways an exceptionality impacts Jarrett and his family. Let us now look more closely at the others, set to inspirational music.
The family characteristics. The size of the family is 6. The family includes the mother, Kathy, father, Matt, sons Matthew, Derek, and Jarrett, and daughter, Taylor. The family has a Yugoslavian background from Matt's side of the family, and an English, German, and Dutch background from Kathy's side of the family. The family identifies themselves as middle class. They live in the village of Delta in Fulton County. Now let me discuss individual characteristics of each family member. Kathy, the mother, is loving, motivated, fun-loving, resorts to humor when nervous and scared, and is an overachiever. Matt is loving, hardworking, dependable, stubborn, and protective. Matthew, the oldest son, is family-oriented, committed to his family and country, dealt with ADHD and internal struggles, but doesn't use those as an excuse, loves to joke around, and has grown into a man the family is proud of. Derek, the middle son, is easygoing, laid back, very intelligent, fun-loving, committed to the Marines, caring, stubborn, and speaks quietly. Jarrett, the youngest son, is very loving, funny, loves to joke around, playful, wants to fit in, loves sports, argumentative, anxious, worrier, and unpredictable. Taylor, the youngest and only daughter, is a girly girl. She's fun-loving, family-loving, friendly, flexible, easygoing, playful, and loyal. I will now discuss Jarrett's exceptionality. Jarrett has been formally diagnosed with ADHD and ODD. He currently takes medication for his ADHD.
The life cycle stages. Birth to early childhood. Jarrett was born June 1st, 1998. He was a great baby, and his parents were very excited to have another child in the family. No signs of his ADHD were seen when he was younger. It was mentioned by Kathy's sister at a graduation party that Jarrett had crooked pinkies. This was thought about, but not too much concern was shown in these early years. He developed and reached his milestones. Some of his milestones took a little bit longer, but he still got them done. Childhood. This is the stage at which problems started to arise. His interactions with other students and personal actions were showing symptoms of some type of special need. Jarrett was struggling greatly at school. He received many behavior write-ups and got suspended from school on a few occasions. During this time, Kathy took action and started to do research about his actions and his crooked pinkies. She found information about ADHD. Adolescence. This is the stage that Jarrett is entering. During this time, Jarrett has been to 2 new schools. This year, he started out at a new school in Defiance, Ohio, and likes it. He's really getting the help he needs. He says, "I want to stay there until I graduate." But Kathy says the goal is to get Jarrett back to his hometown school in Delta, but we will see what the future holds and what makes him happy. This is a work in progress. At school, he struggles daily with social skills and has a hard time making friends. He is said to be at the social-emotional level of a 5-year-old. He is working daily on this, and his mother hopes for him to make friends and develop social skills. Kathy is being the best advocate for Jared and is working as hard as she can with many specialists to get Jared the assistance he needs. Adulthood. Jared has not gotten to the stage yet. Uncertainty about the future. Kathy does worry about his future if things were not solved and Jared did not get the help he needs. The good news is that they found out that it is neurobiological and have gotten help. He has been doing much better. It is not easy by any means, but each step is a step in the right direction for ensuring that he can and will find success in his future. Off-time transitions. Jared is delayed in some areas, which means that he either needs to be taught the missing skill or to adjust to what he currently knows or has learned. But once he masters the skill, he will not lose it. Someday, people will probably not even be able to tell that he has ADHD, ODD. In the future, with the help and skills that he is learning now, he has the potential to grow up and be independent. How does having a child with special needs impact the family life cycle? Kathy says, the ones without the disabilities tend to be that much more independent because of all of the time and attention that the one with special needs or require and or take. My children with special needs happen to be every other, and their ages are very spread out. Sometimes they will fight for attention and learn that fair is not always equal. Their family works daily to give everyone the needs and affection they need. We are playing the hand we've been dealt to the best of our ability. No one gets to go all in or quit the game.
Family inputs. Kathy works at a restaurant bar to contribute to the family. Matt has been laid off from work for over a year, but still does side jobs to contribute to the family. 3 out of 6 family members have ADHD. Matt, the husband, Matthew, and Jarrett all have this special need. No special services have come to their house to help for assistance. Kathy works very hard to get Jarrett the help he needs at school. She is a great advocate for him. They have a good relationship with their extended family, which helps greatly. Family outputs. Kathy and Matt both contribute to the family financially, therefore giving their children what they need and having a roof over their heads. Matt created a beautiful house that he constructed himself. The family has very close bonds, and they support one another greatly. Jarrett is very involved in sports and loves to play football, baseball, and basketball. His family loves to go and cheer him on at his sporting events. Kathy works as the best advocate to get Jarrett the services he needs at school. Around the house, Kathy cleans and shops, and Matt is the cook. Kathy and her husband have 3 children. Matt has 1 son from a previous marriage, adding their total to 4 children. As parents, they have a great relationship with each other and are very supporting towards their children. They all work well together and spend a lot of time with their children. Since the 2 oldest are away in the military, the 2 younger children get to spend a lot of quality time with their parents. They are very supportive of their children and help in any way possible to give this to them. When it comes to adaptability, the family has to deal with a lot of change and stress. Due to the 2 sons being in the Marines, this creates stress and can be hard on the family. Also, with 3 of the family members having ADHD, this also causes much change and stress. Kathy says it is a struggle and change is hard for Matt and Jarrett. They work through this daily, and so things can run smoothly. Kathy gives this example. Today, Matt and I had a disagreement. He left the house to do work, and he knew that he wanted to say sorry, but did not say it. To show that he was sorry, he came home and brought me my favorite lunch. This was his way of saying sorry. There is stress every day, but the family works together and is very supportive of one another.
I will now discuss the life management skills of the family. When talking about reframing, Kathy admits that her family is still working on this skill. While Matt, the father, uses the fight or flight technique, Kathy tends to hyper-focus and has to learn about everything in situations before making a decision. When talking about passive appraisal, Kathy says she oftentimes has to take breaks. These breaks will help her to gain confidence and set her worries aside and dive back into a situation with a positive attitude. The family lacks social and professional support because many of the people are quick to criticize instead of wanting to understand the family situation. I will now discuss the roles of the family. The family plays a role in the source or cause of Jarrett's disability. Jared's ADHD is genetic. Matt, the father, has it, and also Matthew, the eldest brother, has ADHD. Kathy's sister and father also have it, so that proves how it's genetic. Jared's ODD is hard to find a source, and some psychologists believe that ODD is caused from environmental and external stimuli. Organization members. Kathy is not a member of any organizations, but she has started her own. It's a non-profit organization called Hugs and Kisses, and it stands for Helpful Understanding Grows Skills Around Nurturing Development Kids in Skilled Settings Educate Successfully. This organization will eventually serve as an online reference group for people to add and look up information on disabilities, and also to look up information for services for those with disabilities. Recipient of professionals' decisions. Kathy used to be more passive when it came to hearing what professionals advised her to do, but now she is a lot more active. She has researched on her own and has come up with many of her own information and services for Jared. From professionals, she has heard many different viewpoints and has agreed with many of them. Some of these viewpoints include Kathy and Matt should use more discipline, that they should put Jared in a corner for 3 hours and make him sleep on the floor at night.
Family functions. Socialization. Due to his exceptionality, Jared has become labeled as the troublemaker at school. All in all, Kathy's goal for Jared is for him to be a normal child, which in every way he is besides the exceptionality he does possess. According to Kathy, I believe we now know how to improve his skills and accomplish his goals. I think it will mean the world to Jared when he can form and maintain even one good friend. For Jared, a lack of friends results in an increase in his anxiety and more internal emotional turmoil. Furthermore, there was an incident at school when he sat alone at lunch for quite some time because children were told to ignore him as discipline by the adults present. Jared's socialization affects not only him but his family as well. Kathy continually worries about her son's relationships every minute of every day. She does try to promote friendships in a variety of ways, ranging from hovering to monitoring and intercepting. Going out as a family as well can strain relations with others. The children usually fight for attention from those present. Jared can be put into an overload state when others visit, with his behavior ranging from nothing at all to becoming loud, rude, and overreacting. It just depends on the day. We are not readily included because some cannot take the chaos that goes with visiting all of us, says Kathy. Education. Education in the family is taken on a child-by-child basis. According to Kathy, they knew that Matthew and secondary education weren't going to mix. He went to the 4-County Career Center for Carpentry before joining the Marines. As for Derek, he too attended the FCCC for computer architectural drawing and then joined the Marines to further his education. When he completes boot camp, he will pursue college and align it with his service. As for Jared and Taylor, they still have plenty of time to see their options. To date, Jared's exceptionality has, according to Kathy, had a huge impact and not a good one in regards to his education. Jared has attended numerous schools, starting first out in Pike Delta, York. After some problems there, he attended Swanton before moving to his current school, Independence Education Center. Created some confusion for Jared, since he was having to juggle between what mascot and school to support. Though the IEC is used mainly as a last resort for children with severe behavior handicaps, Jared may have finally found his match. He enjoys going to school there with the hopes of graduating from there because they work with him on so many levels. Also, Kathy feels that they are working with her as a team member and collaborator. Jared's schoolwork is set up on a 3-to-1 ratio, with most of his coursework being completed in class. Kathy hopes that they are not lowering the expectations for Jared and that they are working with him on his present level of performance toward grade level.